compared to the game's audio, at least. At least I've never seen the thing go worse. Alright. Let's see what Misha has. Oh, wait, let me double check something. That's good. Okay, yeah. Gain is down. All the way down. Alright, Misha. Hit me. What do you need?
Turn back to where you came, stranger, unless you want to vanish like the rest.
Vanish. People are disappearing, or the buildings because they're sinking to the ground?
Many of my friends have gone missing near these ruins. Rulia still holds out hope that they will return, but I am leaving this place before I share their fate.
See, this is a smart one. This is the guy that gets the frick out as soon as the serial killer shows up. Where can I find this Rulia?
He and a few of the others have staked out a camp up on the ridge.
All right.
He is foolish to stay. This place is cursed.
Yep, it is probably cursed. I'll go speak with him. Koragag races. Seriously, how many times do we have to tell people, like... We see enough horror movies, right? That we should be, like... How many horror movies would just end if people were just like, yeah, that's a serial killer right there. We're getting the fuck out of here now.
Quiet. Someone approaches. Is it Kandar? I can't
Disappearances are all the more reason for you to leave.
Alright, what's going on here?
No, Panara. I'm sorry.
No Panera? Oh, Panara. I was about to say Panera. Alright. Real, what's you got?
Sorry, stranger.
Yep.
My friend can't see too well anymore. She mistook you for someone we've been looking for. Things have been rough lately.
Who are you looking for?
More than a few of us have disappeared recently. Kanhar's group are just the latest. They set out to search for the missing and vanished themselves. We're giving those buried ruins a wide berth now.
So you think that's the source of the disappearances?
They've stood quiet for decades, but now, new yawning sinkholes, eerie sounds at night. I don't jump at shadows, but missing people? That's a warning I can heed. If you head down there, take a look around for our friends, will you?
I can look for them.
You're a kind soul. Be careful. We've lost a lot of kind souls of late. That pushy noble, Fidor, might know something about that. He arrived not long ago, claiming to own the place. Certainly acts the part.
So you're at odds with Fedor.
He was friendly enough with his questions about this land, the manor, and so on. Eventually, he tried to convince us to show him around and started getting pushy when we refused, pressuring us to get off his property.
So he's scared. So he's trying to scare you off.
He happened along after our people started vanishing, and he's got reason to want us gone. Raises an eyebrow, yeah? All I'm suggesting is maybe it's time someone started pressuring him for details.
Why'd you come here to begin with?
It's quiet, and usually free of nosy locals shooing us away. Too scared of the curse. There are a lot of superstitions about this place, but it was nice here. Until recently.
What kind of superstition?
The details vary, but they all revolve around the town being wiped out and swallowed by the sea. The sort of divine wrath, stories that keep average folk from straying from their safe, comfortable lives.
So you're blaming the noble, but meanwhile, there's already prehistory of this place, like, making people disappear. Okay, blame the noble, I guess. What makes you different, then?
Nowhere else to go. The wastes, as they call them, have been a safe haven for the outcast and unwelcome for a long time. We kept to ourselves, never invited trouble. It showed up anyway.
What can you tell me about the sinkholes here?
Not much. The land just opens up like a yawning mouth without warning and swallows everything above. Noises echo out of the holes sometimes. Beastly sounds, or what you'd swear were whispers.
Whispers. Hey, Panara, can we talk? No. I talk to them. Faraday, let's talk.
For a place with such a terrible reputation, this estate certainly gets a lot of trespassers. You're not another layabout squatting on my land, are you?
You have a problem with these people?
I didn't expect to find anyone living out here. I thought they could help me shed some light on the mysteries of this place. But it turns out they're just idle squatters. I guess you could call that a problem.
What mysteries are you hoping to uncover here?
This place barely exists outside of fables. My family kept no records of it, or our relatives here, other than our claim to the land. It took years of digging to locate these old ruins, and there's still so much more to uncover.
Digging? These have been sitting out in the open. Like, look, there's like freaking vines. What digging? What? Okay, well, people have disappeared in your state, so that doesn't concern you at all.
So those vagrants say. For all I know, they're just trying to frighten me off. Their missing friends could be looting as we speak. I'm not leaving until I've searched the ruins myself.
You haven't been here for years. They have been here for years. Anything of value has already been gone. Well, I want to take a look around as well, at least.
I don't mind having some company in this endeavor. Most people are barely willing to speak of this place above a whisper, let alone offer any help. Let's try to find a way inside the sunken ruins, shall we?
Outcasts are kind of Outcasts are saying you're trying to push them off the land. Is that true?
I asked them to leave when it became clear they were up to no good. If they're trying to blame me for their friends running off, or what have you, that is utter slander.
If I find out otherwise...
I'm not. I swear I'm as in the dark about these missing persons as you are. The only reason I haven't been to the ruins myself is because I'm not sure how dangerous things really are, and no one was willing to help me.
So you just assume these people are no good, huh?
They're outcasts, most likely criminals. My concern isn't so much about why they're here, as to what they may be doing to my family holdings. They could be using priceless records for campfire tinder for all I know.
Your family didn't seem too interested in the land, though.
My kin feel I'm wasting my life on a footnote. My parents even threatened to disown me if I continued my search, but that only spurred me on. I want to know why this branch of the family was all but forgotten.
So you think they're hiding something, huh?
Lineage is everything in Ultima society. The Queen alone could fill a library with her genealogy. We should have preserved everything we could about this place, but instead, nothing. I must know why this place was buried, figuratively and literally.
Uh-huh. Alright. Reef Vipers. The way shrine out here. Oh, that's way up there. Never mind. Alright, let's look around here.
How about through here?
Nope, that doesn't work.
Flooded. Maybe if I was a sea elf. How's it looking there? Packed with mud and debris. This breach looks promising. Take a look.
Open window. In we go. Corrugate wastes. There's Zathar's has been felt beyond the land. The hereditary plague decimated Tamriel's population over 2,260 of the first era. This is the most areas attack against the mainland, but other similar predations. Too fast for me to get to it.
Not exactly cozy, but it's not completely demolished. Let's poke around.
Alright, let's talk.
Can't say I care for the naturalized aesthetic. Keep your eyes out for anything that may have survived the elements.
Alright, what are you looking for then?
Some answers. What happened to my family here? This place is fascinating. And I suppose I'm curious about the rumors. As long as I don't get murdered by vagrants in a dank cave, I'll just stick with you if you don't mind.
Alright. Alright, statue inscription. Arion, our great ancestor, and who found wisdom preserves control. Alright.
Something about that statue catch your interest?
And description. Can't make it out though.
Even in such disrepair, I can imagine how opulent this manor must have been. My relatives must have been very influential here.
I think they founded the town, based on what I could glean from the statue's inscription here.
The whole town? That's incredible. My family has wealth and holdings, but not much in the way of titles. Why in the world would they show so little interest in our ties to nobility?
Maybe there's some falling out?
That's a sound theory. Simple, but sound. There has to be something here that could reveal the truth of the matter. Let's keep searching.
Alright, let's keep on looking. Journal.
Damn. These papers are practically mulch. Maybe something survived.
Alright,
Help me look.
Yeah, let's read this here. The steward came from a town today and visited father. He's always been a bit pinched, but his expression today seemed to be more genuine. Like he's really worried, for the first time in a long time. He's more tight-lipped than usual as well. Normally, he would relish the opportunity to comment about how busy and indispensable he is. But I can't get the word out of him. Perhaps father could share some details over supper. Father's gone nearly all day yesterday. It was well after dark before we returned to the estate, and clamor roused me from my bed. He must have had a few dozen people in tow, mostly sailors by the look, and nearly as many people among the town guard. I thought perhaps he intended to move heirlooms abroad under the cover of darkness. He led them all down to the family vaults. It seems like they're all rather clandestine. I waited for nearly an hour by the window in the dark, hoping to catch a glimpse of something that would make sense of it all. Make sense of it. But when he reemerged, he was alone. I woke in the morning to find out the house guard posted by my door. I was informed by my father has ordered the entire family to remain within the manor until further notice. I did not receive this news graciously. I hope to appeal this tyrannical measure by planting myself before his chamber and ambushing him when the moment referred. Ambushing him the moment we returned. I skipped breakfast, lunch, and dinner, pacing the hall like a lion in a cage, but he never appeared. Tonight, I'm sleeping in front of his door. I have a knot on my head from father's chamber door. A rude awakening. Courtesy of my baffled mother. After she scolded my ridiculous behavior, she took pity on me and shared what she knew with father's sudden strange behavior. A deep-sea fishing fleet arrived in port with a king's bounty worth of catch some days ago, but many of the number had taken ill at the same time. Father has taken them to quarantine underground while he studies their condition. The steward paid us a visit. His expression told me that he did not have good news to deliver. More rivals were led from the town vaults under our estate. Father's not come to see us in nearly 2 weeks. Not since he began. Come to think, I'm not sure he's seen the sun either. That can't be healthy. I hope he's not ill. I don't want, this is vampires? I don't know how he stands it. I, for one, am going stir crazy in the gilded prison. But at least there's windows here to remind me of the world beyond. You should have at least put sailors back in sea. Okay, maybe it's lost to my sense. Maybe it's lost to my sense of time speaking, but I feel the trickle of townsfolk coming in from town growing more rapid. What I want to give for some wine to settle the nerves, but it's not like there's a drop left here. I can't remember the last time water filled the cup in this house. Dark times. I heard from the house guards gossiping in the unrest in town. It appears we aren't the only ones trapped here. My father issued a decree that none may enter or leave Korogad until the plague has passed. Given that it's been months, I can't understand where all these kindred souls are coming from. All we can do is wait and hope the disease does not come for us. Those brought from the town in later stages of the disease barely seem myrrh at all. Even draped in cloaks preserve their dignity. It's easy to tell they're misshapen and the stretchers bear them for the vaults. What happens to ones who surely passed now? I don't care to think about it. I hate to drink at my own writing desk, but I've been feeling parched all day. Seems I can't. Oh God, he's got it now too. Seems like I can't hardly go a moment without wetting my tongue, or starting to feel like I'm coming down the backs of my teeth with it. We're fortunate to be able to draw our own water here. If I had to walk in town every time I needed a drink, I'd either be very fit or stricken with exhaustion. Merciful Stender, please help us. I can't stop. I drink until I vomit, but I'm so thirsty. Make it stop. So there's a plague.
I wonder whose chambers these were. What was their life like before they abandoned it? And why?
Yeah, I found a journal here from a child.
May I have a look? Merciful Sirabane! This sounds like the Thracian plague.
Plague?
A gruesome disease that decimated the population of Tamriel, Summerset included. It made the Nahatan flu seem like the sniffles. Everyone here could have been wiped out. Still, most people alive had family afflicted by the plague. Why hide it?
Could the plague have originated here?
No, it was a vile creation of the Slode, brewed in their kingdom of Thras. But it's possible it harbored the first outbreak on Summerset. That can't be the reason this place was buried.
Couldn't say.
I'm finding more questions than answers. There has to be more. There has to be. Try the room across the hall.
Could the plague be dormant until the sinkholes exposed it?
For thousands of years? Doubtful. I can see how this place may have gotten its reputation with the locals. Their fears are still unfounded.
Alright. Let's go take a look here. Hello. Please respond to your beloved aunt. This is my third letter since your last correspondence. I'm concerned for your well-being. What your father is doing is macabre and, frankly, just dangerous. It'd be foolish enough to the afflicted travelers into your home, but dwelling down in the family crypts with the diseased people is downright ghoulish. What would the divine prosecution think of such disturbing behavior? If my brother will not see reason, I insist that you leave the Conrad and stay with us until he comes to his senses. Your brother, as well, might be convinced. At the very least, send word that you're safe and sound. Your beloved aunt, King Lady Diana.
Down here, I found something. I thought I heard something down here, but the sound must have carried up from this tunnel. It looks formed by erosion. Maybe related to the sinkholes? What about you? Did you find anything else upstairs?
Yeah, letters. Some relative didn't like what was going on here.
Makes sense. The journal mentioned taking the afflicted to the family vaults. It would have been easy for the Korgrads to seal off their estate and leave the town to fend for itself. It's tragic that their compassion probably led to their downfall.
You heard something?
Murmurs and splashing. I thought maybe one of those missing squatters was down here, but I think the sound was coming from deeper down. I don't hear it anymore.
I'll go first. Why do I have to go first, by the way? Nope, nothing in there.
Is that a person? Hey, you there!
Creature? Creature? Where are you going?
I'll bet your missing persons just discovered that these ruins make decent shelter.
Karnhar's journal. People out here pretend that they aren't scared of this cursed place, but the moment that something out of the ordinary something out of the ordinary happens, their true colors start to show. We've lived out here for ages without any trouble aside from log camps and lean meals. Now the earth's shifting and people have gone missing. You'd think the danger of crawling out of the ground to eat us. The truth's more likely that somebody fell down in those pits and need a hand. I don't care if there are others too scared. I'm going to lead those good people to starve to death in a dank hole because of their superstition. I found tracks that stopped near the sinkholes, so someone definitely took a trip down one. Voluntary or otherwise, I didn't get a response from calls and a torch that I tossed down the guttered out almost immediately. I think I hear moving in the water, so it must be flooded. I don't trust trying to climb down myself, even if I have rope. But maybe there's another way down here. Water's gotta be going somewhere. Looking at the old manor slid. Looks like the old manor slid off its foundation or something because it's. Can't even read this. Looks like the manor slid off its foundation or something because there's a wall that's come down and the stream's leading right down to the natural cavern. Think we'll head down until we find a dry place to camp and then keep exploring. Find a tunnel leading to the massive opening in the cavern. Think I see some columns or something. The elves used to live here. Must have carved out of the bedrock. Looks like the rocks here's been creeping back up to clean it. How old is this place? No sign of Hengen or Murderlin so far, but there's another branch down the tunnel. We'll head that way after a good night's sleep.
I have a bad feeling about the fate of these people.
Why is
Maybe
that?
they are further. I don't think that was one of your vagrant friends.
They were here though. That's a journal.
Somehow I doubt they received a warmer reception than we did. But at least we know the curse of Korgrad has been greatly exaggerated. Whoever we saw just now was a being of flesh and blood.
Doesn't mean they're not dangerous.
Agreed. Much as I'd like to get to the bottom of all this, we should make finding the squatters our priority.
He's actually having a shift. He's shifting personalities now. It's actually giving me good. Actually, seem to be concerned. Creature.
Voices.
What are you? Creature, come here. Creature.
I heard it again. Be careful. People. Best approach with caution.
Can't wait to play this on the 5th. Ah, sorry, man. Kind of spoilers, isn't it?
Please approach. We know you are here.
Hi.
There we are. Much better, yes. Manners are easily forgotten when you're so far removed from society. Forgive the others, they are frightened. We mean you no harm.
Who are you? What are you doing down here?
Call me Arelas. I am caretaker of this place. We all are. We led our lives in quiet, contented seclusion until the crumbling stone exposed our home to the outside world again. We are not accustomed to visitors.
How long have you been underground?
How long? How long indeed? I think there was a time when such things were measured. I can only say that our duty has been passed down many generations.
Look at the scars on his arms here. Look at this. It looks like they've been sewn back on. So what's your duty?
To the saviors. It is because of their sacrifice that Korgrad lives on. We repay the lives they gave us by caring for the town in their stead. We're very protective of it, you understand. Now, might I ask what's brought you to our home?
People above have gone missing. We found our way down here.
I see, I see. Our humble town would be treacherous to those who have not grown accustomed to its many twists and turns. I would not follow after them, lest you go missing yourself.
All the more reason to find them.
You possess the Savior's compassion and determination. The last people from above we observed followed a narrow passage to the north. May you be reunited with them soon.
Oh, thank you.
Go on without me. I'm going to speak with Arillis about my ancestors.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
This is the day we've waited for so long. The return of a living descendant. The Saviors will be pleased that their sacrifice was not for nothing.
Savior's sacrifice.
They took the sickness from us, from our ancestors, at great cost to themselves. All of Korgrad would have perished, if not for them.
The sickness, you mean the Threshian plague?
They preserved us from the sickness of the sea. For that, we will be eternally grateful.
How did you survive down here?
We follow the Savior's guidance. It was their wisdom that brought us here and kept us safe for generations. Though buried, Korgrad lives. It's all we've known beyond our stories of life before. It is not so bad as you imagine.
Where are the people from... Oh, where'd you say the people going again?
Through a narrow passage to the north. Worry not for your companion while you search. We will care for him as we care for all that the Saviors entrusted to us.
Alright, Fernandare, you be safe.
I'd like to spend some time with Arillis. If these people really are descendants of Korgrad's populace, there's a lot I could learn from them.
Well, we still don't know what happened to Karna and the others, though.
You heard, Arillis. It's dangerous deeper down. And let's be honest, I'm not going to be much help crawling through tunnels.
You gonna feel safer alone, then?
I'm no warrior, but take a look at them. They're positively sickly. I doubt they want any trouble. More to the point, I think their saviors might have been my ancient ancestors. They may be more trusting of me than other outsiders.
Alright, if you can establish some type of rapport, be back soon.
These saviors you mentioned, did they happen to be members of the family?
Oh yes, the founders and protectors of this great realm. Does the surface still speak of their great sacrifice?
In a manner of speaking. I came here to learn more about this branch of my family.
It must be fate. Korgrad opened its doors so that you could enter. Oh, I have so much to show you. Here, here. This is Nempharian, the eldest and wisest of the ancestors resting here. Yes, I can see the likeness.
Uh-huh. This is all just one big death trap, I know it. That's an Argonian skull. Kara's letter. Pinar, I'm so sorry. We should have never come down here. We should have heeded the curse. The things down here, they look like elves, but they're more like beasts. They left them in the dark, dragged us to some crypt, to their leader. He was almost like a normal person until he opened his mouth. I heard his talk about the sinkholes. You'd think that there's the end of the world. He kept saying that he couldn't fail the saviors, but we would help repay their kindness. They had others there, still alive but pale. They had incisions on the backs. They had incisions that were barely healed. Managed to unlock the cages, like you showed me, but the others were too weak. I promised to come down here. I promised we'd come back for them, but I have no idea where they are. The tunnels lead to homes, which lead to streets, which lead to more tunnels. I'm cornered now. I can't hear them coming. If you find me, run. Choke the tunnels. Choke these tunnels with the sea, and never return. Whatever was buried here should have stayed that way. Kanar. Creatures. It's like the hills have eyes. Don't mind spoilers, I'm a filthy casual these days. You get back here, you. Creatures, get back here. Hidden. 'Cause I'm a sneaky Khajiit. How's a moth down here? What the fuck? That's a weird thing to just be empty. Alright, whatever.
You don't have to do this, please!
Khajiit sneaking.
Save us from these monsters, please!
And Greg,
Get us out of here! They're killing us!
what happened to you?
Bloodletting, I think. These cave vermin poke and prod us whenever Arilus needs something to offer his saviors. To what end? I don't know. Maybe they're vampires. Or wood elves.
Did you see them take a high elf recently?
Poor bastard. Never seen these vermin in such a frenzy. They dragged him screaming through those doors there, and sealed them shut right after. Small mercy that we can't hear what they are doing to him.
Do you know how can we open it?
When Arilus isn't bleeding us, and tending to his saviors beyond those doors, he spends most of his time with whatever unholiness goes on in the tombs below. His keys may be there. Hurry and set us free before we wind up like your friend.
Alright.
Please help us.
Uh-huh, sure. There's only two of you left? I can't get in there right now.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
PG Rickshaw? They should follow, man. So this is pork, guys. This is pork. Venison. Pork and venison, sure. pork. Because a deer and a pig happen to wander down here, and that's what that is. Uh-huh. Alright, let the lady go first. Here you go.
10,000 venerations to you.
Bless you. I can walk, but you lead the way. We aren't free yet. We have to get out of here before those cave vermin come scurrying after us.
Oh, I'm not leaving anyone behind here. We have to go get them.
Your friend's dead. If these saviors really are vampires, what chance do we have against them?
I don't know, but don't worry about vampires, I can tell you that. I can handle them, the saviors, and whoever else is going to kind of stop with. I'm cocky as fuck, jeez. Just keep your head down.
I suppose if there's any chance, we have to try. Nobody deserves a death like this. I just hope you're right, or we'll all find out.
Plus, the other way back there is scary as fuck.
Welcome to Gorgrad, visitor. Such as it is. Forgive our lacking hospitality.
Kinlords. What the fuck are they doing? Necromancy?
Come, speak. I have not had civil company in some time. You arrive upon a momentous reunion of our filial blood. The day we have so long waited for.
Yeah. Late?
I just want to know, because we're probably not going to have any time until Monday.
Okay. Double. The scary meats can be found. Could be at McDonald's. Ugh. So what are you doing, Faraday?
Bestowing on him the Gorgrad legacy. He is taking the first step upon the long road to restoring this house. It will be a demanding journey that will require much sacrifice.
What kind of sacrifice?
His vitality. It will take all he has to offer to restore each of us. But if he is up to the task, he will reap a precious bounty.
So you're going to kill him?
On the contrary, he will taste immortality as we have, but only for scant centuries, not millennia. In a few generations, our bloodline will be renewed and possess the purity needed to restore Faidur.
I'm not going to let you do this to him. This is kind of shit.
The embalming process has already begun. When the stone is finished, we will be restored, and he will be a savior. I regret that Faidur must suffer, but his pain will be a small fraction of the sacrifice required to save Gorgrad from annihilation.
What have you become? You're like a Draugr.
We are Ultima, even in this desiccated state, cleansed of our poisoned humors to be free of the great sickness from the sea. Now that you see the cure, imagine the disease.
Yeah, the Thessalian plague claimed many lives, right?
Thras, I had always suspected as much. This sickness bore an intent as if designed to spread misery and cruelty. To hear the Slode were involved comes as no surprise to me.
So what made it so bad?
It was ever present, ever penetrating. It seeped into every person, every creature, every drop of water, seeking to be quenched. The afflicted dragged themselves to corpulence with each passing day, until their bones cracked under their bulging flesh.
Why did they call you the Saviors?
We spare them the ravages of the terrible sickness that spread through Gorgrad. In exchange, they care for us in their invalid state. So we have endured. So Korgrad has endured for longer than I can clearly recall.
You don't mean they're still infected, then?
To be free of the disease is to be free of all humors. They offer us their tainted blood to sustain our fragile grip on life, and through sorcery, the sickness is purged. Together we flee its horrors. But there was no true escape. Until now.
Because Ferida isn't infected.
Because he is kin. Most would not debase their bodies with the blood of men. But I am beyond such concerns. The blood Arilas offered us from the outsiders was free of disease, but unsustainable nonetheless. Faidur will be different.
So how did Korgrad get buried?
My vain attempt to stop the sickness from spreading beyond our borders. The people rebelled against their confinement and nearly broke the quarantine. I was forced to destroy the sea walls and flood the town.
So you drowned your own people.
To spare them and others from the gruesome death that was sure to come, or so I hoped. From that day forward, our only concerns were for our kingdom below.
Well, guy's got a point.
How healthy you look. I barely remember the feeling of anything, really, aside from the slight ebb and flow of sluggish blood in and out of brittle veins.
How did you end up down here?
It was the only way. The choice was this long internment or a brief, horrid end. Our hope was to linger until we could be free of the disease. It was not a false one, thanks to that dear boy.
But you're not giving Faradell to the same choice, then?
No. It was never meant to be this long. To see hope within our reach and have it denied, we couldn't endure it. He will be well cared for. He will not be reduced to the suffering we have. You have my word.
We have a choice there, yeah. Let's talk to you.
For what reason do you barge into our home? As if you have the right to trespass our lands as you please? You may believe our condition diminishes our station, but we are the rightful rulers of Korgrad. You will offer deference as such.
Came here to return the people you've taken.
The other trespassers? They intrude as you do, without our sanction. Aurilas ends their vagrancy and sees that they are put to use. There may be a place for them in Korgrad when their restitution and reform are concluded.
What do you mean they have a place?
A return of our pure-blooded kin means our long dormancy is nearing an end. We will soon be able to return to the world above and begin the long process of restoring Korgrad to its former glory. It will take all kinds to accomplish this.
What's wrong with Arius and the others who serve you?
The sickness has robbed us of fruitful lands, so our servants have been reduced to eking out a savage, meager subsistence in this lightless domain. They have few interests beyond survival, and fewer interests still for continuing their own lines.
So what right do you have to kidnap and experiment on these people?
It is not your right to question us.
Fuck yeah, it is.
We are the law of this land, and we will be obeyed. Their crimes are minor, as is their punishment. They will have their freedom soon, unless they continue to defy us.
Yep, you're a dick. Let's talk to you.
Soon this misery will finally be at an end. I thought this day would never come. I thought I would go mad.
How long have you been like this?
Too long. There is little to occupy the time. The monotony. If not for Father's elixirs to quiet the mind, I think we would be no better than Arilus and his stock. Worse, no doubt. Will I even recognize the world above? I hope not.
You hope not.
I have spent, I don't know how long, in absolute stagnation. I would welcome a walk through oblivion over this banal familiarity. Don't tell me what's to come. I want to see it for myself.
Huh. Like, what if I just leave? Is that an option? I'm just curious if there's a second option to this. Nope.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
The embalming process has already...
What's middle is central thought, man. Yeah, we don't get a choice. We gotta break it.
God, that was... I could feel my skin tightening as the stone drew the moisture out of me like a wineskin.
Uh-huh.
I don't suppose you have water. My tongue is a whetstone.
You need to get out of here.
Right. I suppose I can keep up. I'll just lick the damp off the walls if I get woozy.
Ah, stay close. By the way, you probably don't want to drink water around here. Full of disease.
Saviors, I have failed you. You've stolen our future, but I swear I'll rob them of theirs in kind.
Yeah, that's nice. Died standing up. Never get out into the wastes. Now, folks, joining in the stream here, you're interested in ESO drops, all you have to be doing is watch the stream with your Elder Scrolls Online account linked to your Twitch account. You can do that on accounts.elderscrollsonline.com. Log in there, link your Twitch account. That simple. If you want the new emotes, of course, you can also buy stuff down below, including subscription, crown packs, the actual game itself, etc. Oh, wait, what's broken here? Oh, that's broken, okay. Repair. Hey, let's talk.
I can hardly believe it. You found Henrik and Minderil, but where are the others?
They didn't make it. Sorry.
No. You've done more than anyone ever has for us. If anyone's to blame, it's us. We survive out here by sticking together, but we let fear keep us from doing what needed to be done. Was it quick?
Maybe. Halloran and Myrtle didn't suffer the worst, though.
I can see. Tortured. Why? Just for the fun of it?
They're reviving their masters? Put a stop to it, though.
Gods. I'll heed curses more closely in the future. The locals were right to avoid this place.
It won't be safe here, not yet, but you should probably get your people elsewhere. Yay, people died!
If it weren't for you, I'd have wound up a husk like those monsters, withering in that pit for who knows how long. I owe you my life.
What they were doing is wrong, however, they were trying to justify it. Yeah.
Even now, I still feel for them. What a miserable fate. I wish it could have been different. That Korgrad might have been redeemed. I used up most of my means traveling here, but take this with my gratitude. I'll stay with these people a while longer, if they'll have me. Best to stick together, and perhaps my standing will shield them from the intolerance my kind have for Nebarah.
We tell anyone what you found here?
I don't know. Too often my kin seem content to forget ugliness exists in our society. If nothing else, someone will want to know about cave people harboring the Thracian plague. I hope someone aside from Sirabane knows what to make of that.
So you're recovering?
My eyes still feel like they're covered in grit, but I think I'll be back to normal with a drink and a good night's sleep. The latter might be hard to come by until we are far from this place.
So you're going to use your station to help these people? Oh, nice.
My name may be all the means I can lend them. I doubt my parents will offer any support. Who knows if I'll even be welcome home when I return. I might be as much a vagabond as they when all is said and done. I'll do what I can, though.
Oh, that's nice. How you doing?
I'd almost forgotten what kindness looks like. Thank you.
What I wouldn't give for some mead right now. Once we have our strength, we'll be leaving this damned place behind us. Promise you that.
Just thinking about what sits below us makes my skin crawl. We can't leave fast enough.
Don't say. Cave dwellers. Creatures.
The wilderness.
Repair all, thank you. So that's... I think I want to do a build with Griffin stuff here. Critical weapon damage. When you deal direct damage. Renzer.
1,000 curses on... Oh, noble stranger, would you help Renzir? Karnwastin has been captured by Madja, this one's former first mate. She betrayed Renzir and turned his crew against him. There is no hope left. Save your kindness.
What do you want me to do?
This one has 3 trade shipments scattered across the port and caches. Recover them, and he can start a new life. Maja must also be disposed of, for she will not rest until Renzir is hunted down.
Anything else?
Renzir's most precious treasure is his wife, sweet Nubani. Last he saw, she was near our ship. This one suspects she has cleverly hidden herself, but will need help to escape. Do all this, and Renzir will make sure you are rewarded.
Okay, get the shipments, kill Mahjong, and find your wife.
This one should have been more suspicious of Maja from the start. Her skill as a first mate blinded him to her greed. Now Renzir only wishes to retire and live peacefully with his Nubani.
So why'd you use this cave as a port?
The High Elves do not like to see lesser ships such as this one's humble junker docked at their ports.
Pirates.
Therefore, many foreign ships are directed to hidden waterways to deliver their goods.
Smuggler.
Such a lack of respect for us newcomers. Yes?
And why did you scatter your trade shipments?
Maormer raids are a constant threat on Summerset's coast, and the Altmer Navy is, shall we say, slow to respond to attacks on foreign ships. Renzir must take all precautions for such attacks. None know of these caches but himself and Nubani.
What can you tell about Nabani?
It pains this one to speak of his precious wife when she is in such danger. You'll know her by her clever tongue and beautiful sparkling eyes. She warned Renzir many times not to trust Maja. If only he had listened to her wisdom.
Tell me about the mutiny, then.
It all started when we ported in Karnwastin only a few days ago. Maja began to disappear deep within the caves, became irritable, angry. Then suddenly, she announced herself captain, attacked all who opposed, including Renzir.
Okay, so why'd you choose now to mutiny, then?
That Renzir does not know. Perhaps she found an ally. Someone powerful enough to scare the crew into obeying her command. But there's more than sailors in those caves now. As Renzir ran, he saw strange fighters.
Strange fighters?
Undead, perhaps. But Maja is no necromancer, nor any of Renzir's crew. However, if she did find an ally, perhaps they have such power. Evil forces lie within Karnwastin, Walker. Best to be cautious.
Alright, let's go. There's duties, smuggling evades. If one squeezes a bladder white silk wine, one split around the other sides, yes? This guy's totally a smuggler. That is down there. Okay. Let's go. Myth of the Sea Sloweds. Wait, is that a... That's a name. Let's do it. Oh, shit. I probably should put food on. Might help a little bit here. Going on up. Break out of it, come on. Get the frick out of there.
Seem to be making a lot of enemies lately.
Grab.
Healing.
There we go. Should be a thing here somewhere, right? Oh. Is one of the boss down here? I don't think there is. I don't see a boss. Get this in here.
I'm hurt.
Trade shipments. There we go. I think I should be able to... Oh, nope. That is death. That is certain death. Caesar? There should be a tunnel going to the other area, right? Yeah, it's here. Gotta go kill Majad and all these others.
Heal me.
Let's see here. Majad should be up this way. Step on by. Oh, thank you. There's Majad. Alright, let's have a fight.
Did Captain Kitty Cat
Hey, Tyrion.
hire you to take me out?
Was there teleport stones indicator on your street?
I found
Oh yeah,
true
that's
power.
mechanical acuity.
Submit to Kaka. Ha!
Calico Cutie is basically anytime we do a heavy attack. Let's get the shipment first. Anytime we do a heavy attack, I have a basically a chance to. Is it a full chance? Or is it just. No, I'm pretty sure it's a chance. To basically make the next few attacks for the next 3 seconds just always crit.
That must have cost.
Weapon damage, spell damage, stamina magic up. You do direct damage, you have a 15% chance to do unerring mechanical visions for 5 seconds. Causing your attacks to always critical. So while that's going right now, everything crits. It's kind of insane, really. I also don't know what's better, if it's better to use, it was better to use, we're using VO right now, or if it's better to use, Briarheart. Because Briarheart has a chance to proc every time I crit. And if I'm always critting,
Looking for someone.
it's not much better. Hey, this is Sonic.
Did Renzier send you? Nubani hopes he cared to mention his wife alongside his goods.
Yeah, he did. He wants to make sure you're alright after everything
So
else.
he sends you in his stead. How touching. No doubt Renzier first mentioned his shipments.
Yep.
Worth enough for us to finally retire, yes? But this one fears her husband will never leave his life as a smuggler.
Hey, smuggler, he said he was a traitor. Dun dun dun!
A traitor? If only we could have such a peaceful life. No. The only thing Renzier delivers to Summerset is contraband. That's why we port within this cave. Perhaps, though, with your help, I can finally force his paw.
Force his paw to do what?
Putting an end to this dangerous life. If you dump those smuggled goods into the sea, then his only option will be to sell our ship and settle down. What do you say? Renzier never has to know.
Use to proc on any damage, but it's still good with direct damage. It's still high uptime for trials. It's still best in slot. Why should I betray him? How will this help him?
Just one more trip, Renzier tells me. Just one more trip. But it's been 5 years, and Nubani tires of hiding in caves and waiting for night. She loves her husband, but fears he will never stop. He just needs the right incentive.
Have you tried talking to him?
Many times. Loudly, repeatedly. If we trade our ship, there will be no choice but to settle down. An honorable life in the sun is all this one asks. It's what Renzier wants too. He just needs the right push.
Alright, I'll dump it in the sea.
Quickly, dump the shipments overboard. There are darker forces in this cave than mutinying smugglers. Nubani wishes to sail out of Conweston as soon as possible. And have no worries. She will find her way back to Renzier.
Mm-hmm. So, won't this dumping this in leave you destitute?
Ah, but Nubani and Renzier are so resourceful, yes?
Yes.
The profit from this ship will be more than enough to open up a little shop. A simple life, yes, but honorable. No more dealing with necromancers and smelly caves.
What do you mean with darker forces here?
Magia is no necromancer, yet undead lines these shores. Strange, no? There is a powerful force at work, deep within the caves of Conweston. Something lurks in the darkness, and Nobani isn't waiting around for it to come out.
All right. Hey, coral crab. Oh no, coral crab pets. These are her new crew. The crab are the new crew. That's how they run the ship around. Deep waters. Ba, 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 ba. They don't look like normal undead either. Gotta be something big in here, right? Group event? Gotta be a group event if it's a public dungeon, right? Well, while I don't see anything here, I'm gonna get a drink real quick, guys. Right back. Back again, and still nothing. So I'm gonna guess whatever's not here is not spawning for some reason. Maybe got killed recently. But usually when you have something get killed, its body's still there. Unless there's another quest here. There might be another quest, which I never did. He's looking for the same thing. Oh, hi. I was thinking that if everything else would respawn, maybe the other stuff here would be, but no, not really. Hi. It's dead now.
More intruders! Excellent! You'll be nice and... My servants, crush all!
There's a group event. She just wanted to cuddle. Hey, Bissell. My RNG has been diesel farming this place. One piece every 2 hours yesterday. That sucks. What are you farming for? You going for like the items, or you gonna like you going for the weapons, or you going more for like the I want it down this way. You going for the weapons, or you going for like the drops in here? The specialty drops. Pet drops, yeah. Pet drops are going to be low because they want to make sure people don't just go ahead and like get it in 5 seconds. They want people actually grinding and doing stuff. Some folks disagree with that. I'm on the fence about it. I think they should always try making grinds fun. But I don't think they're wrong. I don't think they're in the wrong for going ahead and making some stuff hard to get. I think the big difference for me though is if it's something that that's just tedious work, then I don't think that doesn't really like show me that that was something worth getting. You know what I mean?
This shit.
It was something like you did a hard mode challenge in a dungeon and you got something for it. That's kind of like a boast. Like, look, I got this pet because I really kicked ass at something. The one called Hair. They should follow it. Doing terrible on rotation stuff tonight. Is this where I want to be? Is there somebody worry back up there? I have not researched at all to see which bosses are in here. Let's go see around there. See if he's actually going to give up his life of crime. We can only hope, guys. We can only hope.
You return carrying nothing, and with no one at your side. Have you failed? Did you find this one's Nobani?
My hat is dead, the body is fine, your items were lost at sea.
First, Maja steals my crew, then my only means of survival. Oh, how will this one tell Nobani? He promised her a life of riches and luxury. Now we'll have to sell this ship just to get by. Still, you've done much. Thank you, Walker. This was to be our last trip, you know. Then this one could retire with Nubani in peace. His days at sea were to finally come to an end. Maja has ruined everything for us.
Nubani actually told me you had quite a bit your day at seas, including your smuggling.
She did? Why would she? You must understand. In Summerset, there is no opportunity for a Khajiit. The High Elves only expect the worst from us. And yet, the only life we can make is one within the shadows.
So your only option is smuggling, huh?
Hardly a risky venture. The items allowed within Summerset, they are few. Certain books, foods, even perfumes are not accepted, for the strangest reasons. But the wealthy who wish for these items pay well for Renzier's troubles.
So you don't trade in dangerous items, huh?
By John and Jode, no. Renzier cannot stomach such things. Maja did not agree. She wished to expand our operation, smuggle in more risky items. Renzier's refusal must have spurred her to mutiny. If only he had been more careful.
Uh-huh.
Nobani! There you are! Renzier knew you would escape.
With no help from her coward husband, of course.
Nope.
Oh, do not say such things, especially on such a day when all has been lost.
Oh? But we still have the ship. We'll sell it in the nearest harbor, yes? Buy a little shop, just as you promised?
Well, yes. Of course. Perhaps we find sailors who wish for work?
Ranger?
Yes, yes, we sell this ship, of course. We start a shop just as you wish.
But maybe we find sailors?
This was to be our last trip, you know. She did?
Mm-hmm.
This was to be
not
our
you.
last...
I want to talk to her. Ah, Nabani, I can't talk to you. Damn it. Mementos. Let's get that dorsal fin out. God, the red eyes. Alright, let's see if we can sell some stuff off here. Restoration staff, fully charged heavy attack, major mending. I'll keep that and sell that, I think. People might want that. Holodrone. Nope. Nope. Traveled all the way up here, now to get back down here. Oh, did I do this? King's Haven Pass. Oh, this is the one that leads to the other side of the island. It's kind of a cool one, but I don't know. I kind of want to do the western side. What do you guys think? Do this and then complete this area up here, or do the western side? North or... Let's put it this way. Northeast or west? Let's take a look here. Ooh, I gotta sell a shit ton here.
One can...
I'm gonna break that down. Break you down, sure. It'll mess around. Actually, I should probably change that thing to drops there. But yeah, if you're looking for ESO drops, here's the explanation of what to do. Change that command there. People keep on using that instead of ESO drops.
Yeah.
Save it. There you go. There you go, man. All you have to be doing is watch the channel. Have your ESO account linked over to Twitch, and that's it. You'll get a drop sometime tomorrow when you get an email. How long does it take to get a drop? They don't tell us. They're changing it a little bit, so you don't know when you get a drop until the next day. They're trying to stop the bots and all that stuff. Eye drops. Do you want me to get some lemon tea, Carter? Just like squirt it in there. wonder if I could put a Facebook rumor out there that, like, putting lemon juice in your eyes helps improve your vision. How many people would actually do it? I'm gonna guess quite a few.
Come on, you filthy... You're no goblin.
God damn it, Mr. Mystery. I just changed it over to drops, and you use ESO drops. God damn you. Tequila and salt. No, no, no. Tequila and salt is only to fix near vision. For far vision, you have to use lemon. How many people would actually do that? Don't put lemon juice, tequila, or salt in your eyes, guys, please.
You're the first thing I've encountered that isn't a slavering beast or drooling savage. Begs the question, what you're doing out here. Did that idiot Medze send you?
Who's Medze?
The fool I followed out here. I lost track of him after these wretched goblins stole my pack. Hopefully he can manage not to get himself killed long enough for me to recover our notes.
Why is your notes important here?
Their research for Medze's recital
Who
at the
the hell
Illumination
would
Academy.
follow
I've been
this shit?
transcribing them for weeks. The goblins toss them all over. Not big readers, I guess. But this tribe is bigger than I thought.
I'll get your notes.
What are you? Some sort of saint sent to deliver me from digging through Maluk's squalor? Well, 2 searchers are better than 1. We'll meet near the eastern exit of the Coral Splitter Caves, not too far from safety. Watch yourself.
You don't seem to be very happy the fact that I'm trying to help you out here. So, what are you doing here exactly?
I could, but I don't know why you'd want to know. You're doing me a favor, so go on and ask.
What's your relationship to this guy?
Officially, scribe. Unofficially, nanny. The man's got all the good sense of a swaddled babe. I've had the thankless task of saving him from himself ever since we arrived from Sentinel.
And what are these notes for exactly?
Some epic about the great battles between the High Elves and the Goblins that Medze plans to perform at the Illumination Academy. I'll admit, it sounded much more intriguing before I had to listen to Medze ramble on about it for weeks.
So you're really going to risk your life for these notes?
It's either find these notes or start from scratch. And if you just spent the past few weeks fumbling through these crags with Medze, you wouldn't be asking me that.
Mestre, thanks for the follow, man. I'll take that, thank you. Rotten luck, we're deep in Goblin Hell territory and still several leagues from where the ruins had to hide. Medze insists on pressing forward regardless of danger. I feel like we're being watched now. I don't believe that I'd have trouble evading Goblin Scouts if it came to it. But I don't have the same confidence in Medze. If anything, it'll be a mistake that does me in. I suppose a loudmouth in his I suppose that loudmouth of his would make a fair distraction for a getaway, at least. Those are some detailed notes. Below. Shit. Coral Splitter Caves. Day 2. Just begun. We already had landed a solid lead. We'll stop at the college stop at the cottage of an academic sponsor. Some connection to Medzed's. And when he heard Medzed's proposal for his performance out of our host lead, our host led us into a very curious moment in this collection. It was a weathered coral monolith from King Haven's Pass, about waist high, inscribed with Elven scripture. Our host said that it was a waymarker used by elves many centuries ago. Medzed nearly frothed at the mouth when he saw it. He could see the Elven word for goblin as clear as day, and excited him as well. Or I'm excited as well. It's a good omen for our journey. Medzed complained about retiring that our host's mattress, fine things stuffed with down, were too firm. How is he going to fare in crags? What else in that one? Praise be. Ancient ruins. Ooh. Interesting. Music deliberate and stately. Praise be, O Naamara, O goddess of love. Bless us with children, our mother above. Chorus. Clap the hands in praise. Exalted the divines. Clap the hands in praise. Our ancient lines. Praise now Xerxes, who transcribes their stories. Honor to the scrivener, Archivus in our glory. Praise now Yefri, or Ephany, god of the forest. Earthbones showed the way. Praise be Ariel, forefather of all, formed us to be just like him, wise and noble and tall. Alright. What's in here? I think I gotta go back the other way right now. Interesting. This is only a delve, too. It's not even a public dungeon. It's above, okay. Namara's notes, day 8. This is not good. Trekking through the foothills of King's Haven's Pass, we come across several hermits claiming to know the best sites for research. Sadly, they're all their leagues apart from one another. Oh no. Let's go in our inventory at least. Please tell me what in our inventory. Medzed continues to press ever closer to the Goblin territory. He's convinced that it might be able to find some undiscovered history of their lands. More likely he's to find a spear in his chest, but he continues to downplay the danger. I started to understand why I was the only one to volunteer for this assignment. I'm way off. Day 13. The sites we visited, the sites we visited indicated a larger structure built in the loam of King's Haven Pass and shored up in this mountain stone. We're making our way presently. If the research is correct, it would be the location of substantial archaeological importance. Maybe I was right to take this job. Caught Medzed eating cranberries again. He insisted he has an allergic, but those rations get it away and the odor grows worse. Just need to focus on the goal. Straight through. It lies. It's not actually there. It lies. Oh, wait, can I go back this way? She should be at the entrance, right? Yeah, you gotta go to the dump. Yep. Well, I thought you might be back at entrance there, so I was gonna jump down and then jump down, but nope. Straight through. I did that same thing on PTS, now that I remember it. That right there. I'll have to drop down and do it. Well, I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead. Don't quite understand how I survived that, but... all the way back through the cave. There we go. Hey, let's talk.
I don't know how much longer I can hide out here. Give me some good news.
Found your notes.
That's the last of them. I'm not going to give you some my savior routine, but thanks. This is not how I plan to die. Do me one last favor. It's a small one. Would you deliver those papers to Medze and tell him I quit?
So you're banning him?
Look, I've had enough of Medze. The humming, the whistling,
Hamburger.
the constant attempts at rhyming. I'm not completely heartless. That's everything I cataloged on this misbegotten adventure. With it, he can finish his research.
Alright, I'll take it to him. Where is he?
Naliara, stay strong. Your salvation is at hand. Though, if you could call out, that would be helpful.
He's coming. I'm gone.
I finally girded myself with the courage of my forefathers. I'm prepared to add my deeds to theirs. Even if it means entering oblivion itself, I will find Naliara. You, haven't seen her, have you?
Yeah, you must be Bedzed. Yeah, she's fine. She quit.
Naliara quit? Oh, I suppose I cannot fault her. Capture by vile goblins was simply too much for her delicate spirit. But without her records of my spontaneous, inspired verse, my recital is doomed.
Yep, I have all your records right here.
Oh, well, that's great. I nearly have everything I need to complete my epic of the war fought between the goblins and high elves here. All that's left is for me to uncover the site of their most pivotal battle. Come, let's make history!
You're getting ahead of yourself.
I mean, I just assumed since Naliara entrusted you with her notes, you were taking over her duties. You don't want to uncover a once-in-a-lifetime discovery?
Nope.
I have a generous stipend from the Illumination Academy to complete my work.
Well, if you're paying me, I guess.
The site is close. I just know it. Dramatic instinct. My antiquated directions said the entrance would be where two falls meet stone. Sounds more like an uncomfortable pratfall than landmark, but
Who the hell
my guess
would
is the
follow
site is near
this
water.
shit?
Okay, so who are you again? Oh, Spooky Ghosty. It's the Fallman. Summerset's going pretty good. Say, okay, so who are you?
You must not frequent Daggerfall, friend.
Nope.
I am Medze the Maestro, king of singers, serenader of kings. I've performed songs of Sentinel at court thrice now. And I'm soon to be an honored guest performer at the Illumination Academy.
All right. Why are you trying to make a record? Why are you trying to record the battle between, or why are you trying to record the battles that occurred here?
Well, there's a story there. You see, in light of the Queen's decree, the Illumination Academy has been inviting guest performers from all across Tamriel for their latest conclave. And, of course, I received an invitation, so I hopped on the first boat.
And what's this got to do with goblins?
I was getting to that. The subject of my recital is a fresh epic of their ancient conflict with the goblins of these hills. I didn't want to just regurgitate tired verse to the world's premier scholars. I need real inspiration to impress that crowd.
Mm-hmm. So why didn't you bring an escort?
All the stories of Summerset describe it as an idyllic place of wonder and beauty. I'll admit it's been a much less comfortable trek than I anticipated when we struck out. But who could have expected marauding goblins in such civilized lands?
Okay, but you're taking records of the war between high elves and goblins.
Yes, but I didn't expect there to be live goblins. All the histories I've read say they were thoroughly vanquished. But it seems their tribes were not entirely pacified. Quite the oversight, if you ask me.
You can't keep a goblin down, really. You take the aggro, man. Thank you for taking all the aggro. Now you can't go through the entrance.
The answers must lie in these ruins.
Oh, Naliara, if only you'd waited.
King Haven's trade record.
Claim the prize.
We have secured the ongoing trade agreements with nearly every tribe in the region. The bounties of the sea have proved the most appealing to landlocked people, but textiles and tools are also in steady demand. In exchange, we receive fruits of the hunting and trapping. These tribes are adept at capturing and even taming whales and griffins that populate the area. Even so, we benefit from bantering with the unrefined, ore being extracted from these caverns, the wind throughout the hills. The locals don't hold it in high value and prefer to trade the raw ore for refined goods.
Some kind of trade ledger? Oh, how mundane. It seems like the elves who built this place engaged in deals with goblins.
Yep.
That can't be right, can it?
The east-west passage through these hills make an excellent outpost and settlement. Not only does the most direct travel route through the hills to the north, but highly defensible due to the lay of the lands and the deep networks of caverns. Despite the rocky terrain and the land is most fertile and natural streams feed it uh, feed into the area from a source of higher up in the hills. Unfortunately, the region is occupied by at least one tribe of native inhabitants. They are primitive agrarian society who cultivated the vegetation and hunts wildlife found in the region. They also appear to be working for stone and ore, though their ability to work is rudimentary. These people don't appear to be hostile to outsiders, as we observe members of either tribes exchanging goods, either as offering or trade. However, should they become our enemies, it would be at a sizable advantage in a siege. Fortunately, their single source of fresh water provides an alternative to a direct assault.
This looks like scouting reports. Land surveys, goblin settlements. Why was the water source of such interest to them?
Why were they writing down in stone? Why don't you just write that on something else? King's Haven territory record. Why is this in stone? Why isn't this like in parchment? Our outpost is thriving with the east-west passage. The native inhabitants seem quite fascinated with the building techniques, but otherwise have kept to their own settlements. We brokered a peaceful passage for the travelers through the territories of the native inhabitants, shaving considerable time off their trade routes in Koragad and Summerset. The king has concerns about leaving such important strategic location occupied by those who have not sworn fealty to the crown. A fair concern. We have begun negotiating the acquisition of the remaining territories of the tribes. The east-west passage is easily demarcated by natural boundaries, but the expanse of the underground networks has not been assessed. This may explain the reluctance of the inhabitants to accept the price we offer for the land. In light of this, the king has generously offered the crags to feast at crag to the east as an acceptable resettlement. The tribal chiefs have agreed to confer on the new proposal, but a sovereign patience is not infinite.
These look like plans for resettlement. Elven and Goblin. They were proposing a land trade with the tribes. It seems the offer was refused.
Yep.
Oh, gods, this is terrible. This adventure truly is a tragedy. I can't use any of this.
What do you mean?
These tablets show the goblins weren't always viciously territorial. Elves and goblins coexisted, traded, until the elves wanted King's Haven Pass badly enough to betray that trust. It flies in the face of every existing account of this region.
So you don't want to reveal an untold story?
I sought a subject for heroic composition. There is no truthful recounting of this history that would flatter the elves. Sing the truth, and my patrons will loathe me. Sing a lie, and my artistic integrity dies.
The truth should be heard. Give a voice to the voiceless. Do it. Fuck the elves. Do it.
It's what a noble hero would do, isn't it? Self-sacrifice for the sake of the downtrodden is practically obligatory. If I don't make it back to Daggerfall, carry on my tale. Don't let my beautiful voice be silenced.
Best of luck to you.
You've been an able guide to heroism, keeping me on the righteous road in the face of adversity. When I sing of the divine messenger who sent me on this path, know that it's your praises I sing. Oh, I like that.
I'll take it.
The time has come for me to unsheath the quill of justice and cut an inky swath through centuries of lies. And probably book passage back to Daggerfall well in advance.
You think it'd be that bad?
Even if I'm not bludgeoned off stage by thick volumes, I'm told the Divine Prosecution is very particular about the verbiage used to present the truth. I'd prefer to receive their critiques by mail.
All right.
Meow, meow. Speed!
It's a big unused passage here. Oh wait, are these the new spiders? I think they are. Like the eyes here look different. Hey Gypsy, what's up, man? Yeah, we have drops. Take a look down below under the stream. Doesn't say it for you. Alright, let's take a look real quick here. Revenue will be shared, yada yada yada. Requires an Elder Scrolls Online account, all that good stuff. And you want to see it on the dashboard? We have a. It doesn't show me. Okay. Let's show it on the other side here. Because we have people getting drops most of the day yesterday, so I keep on having people come in and say this, but at the same time, we keep on having people say that they're getting drops the next day. Applications, connections, yada yada yada. No, this is the dashboard here. Channels, permission settings, authorized channel, and drops. There we go.
Meow, meow.
Drops enabled. So there it is. Now I have people tell me like they don't see the thing saying drops or anything else like that. I've not seen that in any other stream myself. Saying drops are on tomorrow? Okay, that might be why it's not showing up today. Basically there's okay, just to explain this. Alright. So to explain drops. Basically you link your Elder Scrolls Online account over onto your Twitch account. Alright? All drops are supposed to be for certain streamers that are doing the standard stuff. Kevin DeWitt did it first, and then everyone else basically got it the next day. I believe some people are just not enabled for drops if they already got one the previous day, but I haven't heard or seen anyone that hasn't gotten drops for at least watching yesterday night. For today, I haven't heard them turning it off, but we still have the link down below the stream saying, you know, buy this and you support the streamer. If you don't have drops enabled, that doesn't show up. All right? So that's what I understand so far. And we have drops enabled through the stream as well. Anyway, if you're going to get them, they're going to be coming in tomorrow as well. So, have fun. And yeah, the choosing has already happened. So, if you get drops, you get drops. If you don't get drops, it doesn't show up. Why can't I go through this? You didn't get a drop? Did you watch yesterday? Because basically what you're supposed to do is you watch today and you get it tomorrow during the day. It's not exactly like Legends. It's a little bit confusing because people in Legends used to get the tells saying, oh, you just got cards or you just got coins or something else like that. For this system, the day after is when you get the drop. Legends was a lot more simple, but I think they're also trying to make it so people aren't abusing it like Legends was. Because a lot of people were going into Legends streams, getting the drop, leaving, and coming back in like, you know, 8 hours, 10 hours, whenever it resets. And then, you know, wait for the tell, then leaving again. Yeah, it's going to be one drop a day. how long you need to stay in a stream to get a drop, they're not telling anyone. They want people to stay in the stream for a while. Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I do think it is kind of annoying for certain people. That cat, though. How you doing, Simeon? Tricky fuckers. Yes, they're being tricky with their free shit, right? How dare they be tricky with their free shit? Now I'm kind of confused in here. Other delves I can't summon my mount. This one, they're like, go ahead. Don't quite understand that, but whatever. You got a doggy now, Solder? Nice. I probably should make the video to clarify some of that as well. Also kind of explain the lower part of the stream right now. If you notice the lower part of the stream, you can buy crown packs, you can buy subscriptions, etc. Basically, we get streamers get like 5% if you buy it through their channel, but you guys get a Twitch emote for it as well. And I think you also get more drops too, but I haven't confirmed that. I think it's fine. A lot of folks would show up and grab goods and bounce. It'd be demoralizing to me if I was a streamer. Yeah, kind of, sort of. It has like two effects here. It gets more people in here talking. So that kind of works out for me, because the real reason most streamers stream is to interact with people, not just to, like, play the game and give some commentary. Like, I work better if I have people to talk to and bounce things off of. You know, some people that don't have anyone watching at all, like, it's really hard, because you're kind of talking to yourself the entire time. I've done that a lot. But this gives a way to get some numbers up, and when the numbers go up, then more people kind of get interested to come in, and then that's when you get the people who are, like, more chatty. That's also the time that I could say something really offensive and piss somebody off, and then we get a whole flame war starting. You know, something like, you know, Darian should just stay dead and not come back to life. Leave Gabrielle to me. That's really not controversial. I think everyone agrees with that. Just keep Darian dead. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go tank on this.
Who the hell would bother this shit?
This guy, he's hard casting crystal frags. He's hard casting crystal frags, for crying out loud. Here I am taking this thing. He's hard casting crystal frags. I don't know what to say. Like, get force pulse on your bar, please. Joe Schmidt. Thanks for the follow, man. I'm gonna be here all night. That's a CP600. That is a CP600 hard casting crystal frags. I don't know what to say. I think that's a bit more than a noob sword. That's somebody bought an account, I think. I can't imagine they even, like, you get to 600, do you even read, like, a leveling guide to get that high and still your hard casting crystal frags? No, you have to, they have to buy it. At least their pets are doing something. Is it a bot? Maybe. Who knows? I think they would have. I would think they would have programmed a bot to use a few more abilities, though. He's at least avoiding red, which is kind of not what a bot would do. You hard casting crystal frags once in a while, I can forgive. Hard casting it repeatedly instead of using force pulse, I need to talk to you and get you down into an area to explain to you how to do DPS rotation. Even I don't DPS that bad. My rotation's not that bad, please. Well, newbie versus CP600 is a whole different story, yeah. Oh, no, Crystal Frags is good. The problem is, typically you're supposed to take it and use it only when you get a bonus to it. Rotate instead heavy attacks along with Force Pulse or Crushing Shock. Use that for your DPS. And then when your Crystal Frags proc, pop it off in the meantime. So Crystal Frags, you just kind of wait for it to pop off and then use it. Yeah, the morph is Crystal Frags, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what the base ability's name is. .601. He got a champion level out of it. Yeah, the morph of it makes it like instacast, more damage, less cost. So you basically have it sitting on your bar and you don't touch it until you're ready. Is that a guild trader? That's a standard merchant. Okay. Anything interesting down here? That was the other morph. Many not many use. The one recommended by the new system. The other morph is an AoE, which you really shouldn't use against a boss. If I remember it correctly, right? The other one is, if I'm correct, it's Crystal Blast, which should be an AoE effect, and still get the CC. You don't really want to use it against a boss. You use it against... You want to use that against, like, trash mobs. What was that? Did you hear goblins? Yeah, goblins. But you want to use that against trash mobs or anything that can be CC'd. It doesn't do anything against a boss because guess what? Bosses can just... They don't get CC'd. They're immune. Hello, heavy sack. Dearest Pharaoh, that fellowman. What do you have here? I thought I could control it, maybe just delusional, but my thirst grew and grew, and finally I attacked somebody and killed someone. In my deepest sorrow, that someone had to be your mother. Our engagement is meant to be, has meant the world to me. You meant the world to me. But please, understand why I ran. If ever someone would discover that I became a vampire, both our families would suffer. It's best I disappear now. I can still picture it. Leandro, the cool ocean breeze coming in, your face radiant and resplendent, shining in the sun as we walked along the streets. I desperately wish, I could see you one more time. I wish. I determined that to get this letter to you among the family pendant. I hope to bring it to you some measure of comfort, something to remember me by. But my current affliction, I fear contacting you now. Who knows what danger you might be in? Should I be unable to contain my thirst once more? I'm not sure how long I can continue living like this, but I need you to know the truth. Please understand, I do this for you. Lovingly yours, Nefarian. It doesn't look too much like a vampire. But also, notice what happens when I try doing DPS rotation, too. Like, again, my rotations are probably pretty shit. I don't have the muscle memory right now to do the same DPS side that a lot of people do. I think this is the other side of, yeah, Karistan. Let's find a mob here to show off. Okay, let's use this Griffin, for example, right? AoE, AoE, dot, 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 dot. And we just keep on rotating through abilities. That's what rotation is. Almost never in ESO, never, 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 should you just keep on spamming an ability over and over again, except maybe in execute. And even with executes, you still have to weave in heavy attacks and light attacks, just to keep your DPS up and to keep your resources up. Dots, though, do most of the damage that you're going to be looking at. For Storks, let's see, Magic Storks in particular, you have, let's see, Unstable Wall. I'm trying to remember here. Under the Destro line, you have Unstable Wall, Force Bolts, which you can use to get Concussion. Oh, the Moth again. Yeah. Trying to remember. Elemental Weakness to get some resources back. Force Pulse, again, does a good amount of damage for quick hits.
So, standing around is a crime in Summerset?
Yes, we even have a word for it. Loitering. I suggest you learn it.
Okay, what's going on here?
Say, you speak mud for brains? I could use some help translating for this obviously underworked officer of the law.
Okay, what's the problem?
I've just been standing here trying to mind my own business until this thug starts telling me to shove off. I'm making people nervous. Apparently, that's a punishable offense in Summerset.
And what's the punishment?
A fine. Not even a huge fine. But my waters ran dry not long after I arrived here. Oh, they're just looking for an excuse to bully an Argonian.
What's up?
I have this under control. Please keep moving.
What's the issue?
Not that it's your concern, but the Argonian has been found guilty of loitering. She can either pay her fine for disrupting the natural harmony, or spend the night in jail. It's not really a choice by the look of her.
So why don't you show some mercy then, huh? Don't we have more important things to do?
If she'll move on without a fuss, the Kin Lords will be happy. If the Kin Lords are happy, I'll be happy. Very well. You are free to go. Just do not give me cause to...
Thanks for your help. If you ever need me to hold your place in line or something, I'm your girl.
Okay. It's a weird offer. Sorry. I was talking about deep bonus rotations for Magic Orcs. Haunting Echo, another class ability. Shit, I'm trying to remember. Liquid Lightning, and try to remember the other ability that they use for their execute. Can't remember the right offhand. Yeah, Crystal Frags isn't bad. It's just typically I usually only see it either used in one case for CC when you have to, like I said, put something down. You have to do AoE. Or if you're using the other morph, you can use it for a whole lot of damage only when it procs its special ability. It's a big coral forest. How do you know if you get a trick shop at the email? You get an email after or the day after. You don't get told the day of. Should be a quest around here too.
Didn't those idiots ever learn how to run properly?
You can't get in game in PC. Yeah, well, they'll just stack up in your email then, Hamburger. Because I know you have a PC account. If you link your PC account to it, those boxes will just stack up until you can actually log into PC. All right, so let's talk here.
Whoa, hey! What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Not that you don't have a right to be here, that is. It's just, well, a griffin nesting ground doesn't tend to be the best place for a stroll.
Well, this place is dangerous. What are you doing here?
Me?
Yep.
Why, I just got a little lost, is all.
Bullshit.
I would have left already if not for my friends. We were separated.
They haven't re-enabled drops yet.
Running away from those.
I got you.
damn
Let me
beasts.
fix that.
I'm not much of a fighter, so I'm just hoping they make their way out.
Thank you, Rez. You confirm what other people have been saying all day. All right. So when did they send out the notification that they were down though? Because I got told earlier people were getting drops, but I never got told they got turned off. At 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today. God damn it. See, I didn't get that. Oh, wait. Was that in the original email that it was only going to be on for a day? God damn it. In the initial email they sent us about getting drops. Fuck. That shows how much I've been reading the emails. God damn it. Okay. I thought it was a week-long thing. I apologize, guys. But they're keeping the emotes on and everything else. Well, that explains a lot, because I have people coming in here asking me, what the frick is going on with this? Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. The emotes were earned, so they'll stay. Yep. But from what I understand, they're going to be turning them back on sometime this week. Or at least I got told they're supposed to be keeping on, putting them back on. Because I thought they were keeping them on for a short time and then turning them off. I didn't think it was just today. Oh. Let's get ourselves back in. By the way, Rez, how's your internet? Is it still fucked up or is it getting better? They'll turn them on again after that long? Because console launch is rumored to be in September. You're iffy, but you're still streaming through it. Okay, good to hear, man. So, what? Why was it only for that? Seriously, one day and then they're turning it back on later? Oh, okay. June 5th for Summerset launch. Okay, never mind. I thought you meant the Twitch drops for console. Okay. Because they rumored that the console drops were going to be in September to October. Because they had to do something to get them connected. What they had to do, I don't have a freaking clue. Alright, so that's a lot of confusion solved. Thank you, guys. And now, and I should also qualify that. It's rumored that in September that they're going to do Twitch drops for console. That's not confirmed. Again, rumors. All right, well, I can search for them. Let's see what you got.
Really? I have to warn you, the griffins in there are quite nasty. They do anything to protect their nests from invaders. But if you're willing, I'd be mighty grateful. even pay you for your efforts.
No worries for the wall text, man. I'm happy to get some clarification of why people were saying that they weren't seeing it today, yet we were getting people getting drops all day yesterday. But it kind of sucks. It's only one for 1 day. I mean, I think you need a few more days of testing at least. All right, I'll search for the Griffin nesting grounds and find your friends.
If you find my companions, let them know to meet me by the way shrine, right down the road. And don't worry, I won't run off before you get your reward.
So how did you end up so close to Griffin's nesting ground anyways?
We were on our way to Cloudrest, but must have made a wrong turn. Somehow we ended up within this nesting ground. Of all the luck.
Bullshit.
As soon as we realized where we were, a whole flight of griffins came rampaging towards us. I barely escaped.
You're poaching, aren't you? So any companions?
The way I see it, they're either dead or hiding. If they're dead, make sure to search their pockets, all right? I'd at least want something to bring back to their families.
Mm-hmm. Guys, if you died, what would you want your parents to find in your pockets to bring back? Would it be that bag of weed you have stuff there? Oh, the chicks are eating them. That's sweet. A griffin egg. Yeah, that's what I should be taking from his pockets. Something to remember him by. A griffin egg.
I haven't run that hard in a long time.
Well, you're safe now. Myrtle wants you back on the road.
That root ass best still be by the road. She owes me for this.
My thumb drive with my computer is login info, so they can clear my browser history. I'm already entrusting that to my wife. Oh, Rez, are you going to make it up for Americade this year? I know you haven't been... Well, I don't know. I know you go riding and all that stuff. I wasn't sure if you go to the big meets, though. Alphaden.
I can't believe I was nearly pecked to death. Nothing is worth this sort of trauma.
Shaking. Well, you're safe now. And Mineral, yes, Mineral, is over by the road.
Oh, I'll go back to Mirinelle, all right.
Mirinelle.
And give her a piece of my mind. This was all her idea in the first place.
To go hug a griffin, huh? All right, go on. Get moving or I'll pound you in the ass. That's what my character just said. Or just emoted. I have to get tires on my rotors replaced before I do any type of long trip. First trip was with my family. Haven't seen them in 3 years. 3 years? Seriously, Rez? Well, get that done. I don't know. I can't imagine not seeing my family more than maybe less than a month or so. Touch travel on a steering wheel. Yeah, that's true. I say all that stuff, and I mean, me personally, I have a day job, so. My day job pays more than a streamer income can ever make. But the interesting thing is streaming still helps me with my job, too, so. Oh, can I go down here? No, of course not. Also, it's another state. Yeah, that's understandable. Nice to find a balance, yeah. I figure the other thing is that anything I do on this stream as well will probably be recorded at some point. And then, like, if I ever get in an accident or something like that, my son will have something to remember me by a talking cat face on a video. No, I expected to see other things from me before, if I do die.
Ifra be praised. I can't believe you were able to pull that off. You're something else. And don't worry, Gwenolis told me about Aralim. It's a damn shame he had to die, but at least my other companions are safe.
Yep, I found the Griffin egg too.
You did? Well, I'll be taking that. Wouldn't want it to go to waste after all. Thanks again for all you've done. These two would have never been able to make it out, if not for you. This reward isn't much, but it's the best I can do.
Yay.
We'll head to Cloudrest, as soon as my companions have time to rest. I think we've got our bearings now.
Yeah, you're not exactly being truthful here, are you?
What? I mean...
No shit.
Oh, all right. After all, you did save these drag heels. We actually came here to collect some griffin eggs. I thought we could just sneak in and out, but the damn creatures must have caught wind of us.
What do you want with them?
Someone hired us to grab some is all. Not sure why. Griffins aren't easy to come by, though, outside of Summerset. Perhaps our buyer plans to sell the eggs somewhere off the island. A venture that is not, far as I know, entirely legal.
So why'd you lie to me?
Of course. It's always a good practice to keep such transactions under wraps. For all I know, you'd have run off and told the divine prosecution. I wouldn't go tattling now, though. After all, you were the one who handed me the egg.
We're an accessory now. Yay!
This is the last time I try to pull off one of Mirinel's harebrained schemes.
No, it isn't. You'll do it again, you know it.
I really need to start exercising more. Though, you would think someone in my line of work would be used to running by now.
No. God damn it. 1 minute, guys. This thing is beeping at me saying it wants something. What do you want, robot? Yes. Yes. Actually, it's a good time to take a break here, guys, while I try fixing whatever the hell that is. And you're going to see a kitty in the sink. You're going to hear a beep on the other side here. And get some music on the other end here. There we go. Catch you guys in a few. guys. Log in for some quality Twitch content, and this is what you get. Yes, you get a kitty in a sink. Quality. How you guys doing? Alright, fix the title of the stream there. Fix the drops notification as well. That should be clear enough that it's going to come back on the 5th. Meantime, make sure that you link your Twitch accounts over to your Elder Scrolls Online accounts. Again, the video that I have up is pretty simple on how to do it. Just go to accounts.elderscrollsonline.com. There's a little thing there that says linking accounts, and you just click it, log into Twitch, and you're done. Now, let's see if we can find more stuff. Oh, near Grotto. I don't think I went in this one yet.
I knew I shouldn't have let her go in.
Seeks.
Idiot.
Seeks the dark.
The Thieves Guild sent you. Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. Darkness crawls along the walls of Etanmir. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death. That and the corpse of my former apprentice, most likely.
And what happened to your apprentice?
No idea. Erothal asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any trouble, even for a lackwit like her. Sneak past some cultists, grab the tokens, get out clean. Easy. But now, the place is swarming with Daedra.
So you think they're dead?
Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her. You look scrappy enough. If you can grab those tokens and what's left of my apprentice, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say?
I'll get the tokens I'll look for. That's fine.
I suppose I could answer some questions, long as they're quick. I don't suspect Erothal will make it out alive, but there's no use prolonging the news.
You don't seem really worried about him.
What? Are you the kind of sap who sheds a tear for every idiot lost on a job? Huh? If you were so worried, what are you standing around here for? Go in and find her. Maybe she's still alive. Most likely not. But there's still a chance.
Well, I thought you said she was your apprentice.
Not by choice. The guild shoved her in my lap and told me to start training. So far, all she's been good for is buzzing in my ear, like some kind of meerkat. Besides, I'm paying you to look for her, aren't I? Good enough.
Alright, so what about the cultists here? What happened to them?
No idea. A cult of Meridia doesn't usually make a big splash. But here in Summerset, well, they don't look kindly on Daedric cults. Even the nice ones. Not surprised someone wanted them gone. Well, no matter to me, long as I get those tokens.
And what does Thieves Guild want from tokens from Meridia anyways?
Not entirely sure, truth be told. All I know is they're worth something to someone. Why that is, well, it's not my job to ask questions, long as I get paid.
Alright. Now, I know Meridia is the main... Oh, I don't want to get spoilers out, but she's like one of the main, like, light Daedra. But she's not one of the 8. Don't quite understand why, though. Spider Kith. Mira? No. Fala. Yeah, the follow would make most sense. Description of Meridia. I don't really understand why I'm destroying this. Tokens. Burn. Burn. Another one to burn. Another token to steal. Another one to burn. Alright, completed all that. What's up here? My Khajiit's so cute. Aw, thank you. Actually, I gotta redo the costume. I like doing green, but I do want to get a black and red costume too. Be a little bit more badass. Badass. Danger cocoons. Well, these are new.
Is someone out there? Help me out of this thing.
Finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks.
He must be worried sick.
Back there for him. Did we get a sky shard here? No, we just did. Yeah, okay, we're set there. Nereids. Gotta go back. God damn it. Actually, can you still get that? Can you still get this hairstyle? Let me take a look. No. This is crown. This is a crown crate one. Crown crate. Crown crate. I don't think you can get it anymore. It was data mined that there was going to be new released like colors for it. They haven't put it back into the store yet. Nah, not this crown crate thing. Oh, there's one. We're in a delve right now. Etten near Grotto. Aw, Spooky, think you're the bits. Yeah, you were the cutie skitty. Alright, let's talk.
I see that Erolthal made it back in one piece.
Somehow.
Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. More importantly, did you find the tokens of Viridia in there?
Yep, I have the tokens.
Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of. Sad as that is. Maybe one day we'll do another job together. Not likely, but maybe.
Not likely.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen 1,000,000 times.
Seeks, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. Oh, what will you come up with next? Thanks so much for the rescue. I'm Erolthal, the muscle of this operation. Oh, I suppose Seeks already told you that, though, didn't he?
Nope.
I'm sure he's bragged all about me and how great of an apprentice I am. The big softy.
How are you?
I'm great. It will take more than the venom of some giant spider lady to kill me. Oh, what a great first chapter. Stealing into the caverns of Etenir, Lady Twilight would meet her first deadly foe. And her first ally. That's you, by the way.
Lady Twilight?
That's me. Oh, well, it will be. Once I become the greatest thief Tamriel has ever known. You and Seek should count yourself lucky. Not many will know of the humble origins of Lady Twilight. Something to brag about over a flagon someday.
Uh-huh. You gonna be okay?
It was a close call with this mess. Lucky for me you showed up.
And how's it holding up?
Erolthal should be fine. I'll give her a bit to recover. Then we'll make our way to a healer nearby. I know an elf who can keep quiet about these matters. For the right price.
So you're gonna keep on training her?
Suppose so. What have I got to lose? Besides her again, I guess. At least the lass is enthusiastic about the work. Always prattling on about becoming a great thief. Who knows? She might surprise me. Most likely not. But maybe.
Summer Guardians is just like talking to a robot. Kitty. Kitty kitty. There you go, kitty. Head down this way, see if we find anything else. Oh yeah, that's right. We got one big thing over this way. You know, let's get this big shine real quick. Yep, down this way.
Ooh, a spooky clifftop estate. What a fine place for a breach. All sorts of ghastly things happened here. I can tell you that. I'd shudder if I had shoulders. I'm kidding, of course. Mortal fear is hilarious.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
Where is it? Sigix Seals. It's gotta be in there somewhere. Not King Andy. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Hey.
Did you hear that weeping again? Oh, I've had enough of this place.
What are you doing, Bailiff?
A traveler. Don't see many wanderers out here near the Acropolis. Best give it a wide berth. There's a curse on this place. I didn't believe it at first, but once you hear that ghostly shriek, it'll make you a believer. Trust me.
And tell me about the curse.
Ah, I see it. That look in your eye. You mean to go in there and break the curse of the Dureni Acropolis, don't you? Ah, you newcomers are an ambitious lot, I'll give you that. There's a ghost in there called L'Oreal. She's the root of it.
How does she cause it?
Some folks say she was an innocent girl, buried alive by an evil sister. Others say she was a necromancer, put to the sword. Who knows? If you manage to run her off, you'll be doing all of Summerset a favor. Just don't expect us to go in after you.
Alright, I'll have a look around.
So, you're really going to look into this, yes? Ifra's bones if you adventurers aren't a peculiar bunch. I've got no orders to keep you out. Not many grave robbers dumb enough to loot this place. No offense. Anyway, it's been nice knowing you.
So, what are you doing here?
I often ask myself the same question. Should have followed my mother's advice and learned a trade. Cobbling, maybe. I would have been a fine cobbler. I digress. The divine prosecution sent us out here to make sure none of the ghosts wander off.
So you think the creatures inside the Acropolis will wander off then, huh?
Honestly, I have no idea. So far, we haven't seen any skeletons or ghoulies straying beyond the walls. But anything's possible, I guess. Just know that we'll be here, cheering you on from a safe distance.
Alright, you mentioned Dureni? Who are they?
You are yanking my ear, right?
Nope.
Everyone knows the Dureni. They're one of the oldest, most powerful clans in Aldmeric history. They founded the Dureni hegemony in High Rock back in the First Era.
Who the hell
Not many
would
Dureni left,
follow
but their
this
influence
shit?
remains.
Okay, so why did the Clan of Elves leave Summerset?
Good question. Mara knows I'd never settle in that man and beast-infested... Sorry. Honestly, I really couldn't say. Some think it was exile, others that they were following their destiny to become the keepers of the Isle of Balfiera.
Roberto! Thanks for following, man. The Isle Balfiera. Okay, what is that?
Indeed. It's an ancient, weather-worn island in Iliac Bay. I've never been myself, but they say the Great Dureni Tower is so tall you could see it from the shores of Glenumbra. The Dureni keep to themselves now. I doubt they'll ever come back.
Well, how long has Acropolis been this way, anyways? Yeah.
What, cursed? For as long as anyone can remember. But the latest unpleasantness started a few months ago. It used to be that you'd just hear ghostly weeping every now and then. You'd feel chills, smell rotten eggs, that sort of thing.
And now?
Now the place is packed with undead beasts and vengeful spirits. Can't set foot in there without some ghostly hand grabbing your ankles or some such nonsense. Ugh. Gives me the creeps.
Prissy High Elves. Oh, the lights are on. Mr. Time Tear here. Keeper's Manor. This place has seen better days. Especially all have squatters in here or something. Keeper's letter. Dearest Callian, I grow old, my love. So old, the pain in my side worsens with each passing day. It won't be long before I join you in Aetherius. Funny, I've written to you every day since you passed. Oh. It always dulled the pain, and now, as I stand on the threshold of death, just beating away from our, just a heartbeat away from our reunion, I found myself racked with worry. I've sent countless letters to our family in the Belfry Isles, but I haven't received a single reply. I fear that it may be the last keeper of the Acropolis. With me dead, who will kindle the fires below? Who will keep the forsaken one in her tomb? Every day I feel her growing stronger, scraping the lid off her scraping at the lid of her sarcophagus, yearning to be free. Someone must come. Someone must maintain the fires. We cannot allow her to go free. But I ramble. Rest well, my love. I will be with you soon. Your loving wife, Tenmei. Aww.
The seal, the key. Take them. We must keep her locked away. Do not let her escape.
Okay, I guess we're sealing a ghost. Anything else interesting in here? I do gotta say, I like the fact that everything in here is kind of ruined. Like, take a look at the bed here. It's like destroyed. In like other areas of ESO and various areas, like you'd look at some place like this, and it would just be like perfectly good furniture, maybe some stuff broken down here or there, and that's it. Had like no decay to it. This place is just, it looks like it's been decrepit for a while. Alright, wants me to go this way? Alright. Explore the catacombs. Long ago, for reasons forgotten, Clan Durini left Summerset and relocated to Belfry Isles in Lily Bay. Ownership of the clan's abandoned real estate, but Durini Valley, has been locked to Elver's litigation ever since. Belfria Island in Illig Bay. Isn't that tower that's in outside of shit. Glenumbra? No, not Glenumbra. Yeah, Glenumbra. That's this island here, isn't it? What's the inscription here say? Keeper's Oath. Oh, blessed be the Keeper's eyes, wrought in crimson and gold. Their rueful gaze fixed on her cursed tomb. In darkest days of old, when bone and death shrouds stir below, may these eyes see flames alight, to exact dark toll that she owes, to keep her soul bound tight. Hey, Larillo, what are you doing here?
A
keeper. No. No, an intruder. Did you not hear the shrieks? The groaning admonitions? This is a cruel and sour place, outsider. Your beating heart mocks the dead.
And who are you?
Who am I? I was called L'Oreal. But in truth, I am sorrow given voice. Agony given form. A prisoner confined to this cold, dead Acropolis for all time. You were brave to come here. But are you brave enough to seek the truth of this place?
Yeah, tell me what's happened here.
I haven't the heart to speak it aloud. I can only bear the pain through song. Even now, all these long centuries later, the taste of betrayal still fills my mouth. My soul is bound to the catacombs, sealed away in a vault of stone deep below.
How do I find this vault, then?
You carried the Keeper's golden seal. There is another, a crimson seal. It is close. I sense its presence, like a whispered accusation. Follow my voice. Find the crimson seal and place it here beside its golden brother. They will clear the path.
Okay, so tell me, who are the keepers?
My jailers. Sons and daughters of the Dureni, sworn to keep me imprisoned here. I no longer sense their presence. That gives me some small relief, at least.
Why did they imprison you?
Did you not hear me? The sorrow robs me of my breath. I can only bear to tell you in song. I am sorry.
Alright. Tell me all this other stuff without song. She's gonna be a banshee or something, isn't she? They don't do corrupt. Go all the way around here, huh? Alright.
Hear ye my tale of sisters two, bound by love and joy. The elder set sail, but the younger remained, alone with her tomes and her heartache.
Mm-hmm. Bobo stamina DK won't do that much damage. Might be okay for PvP. Kinda doubt it, but you can try it.
At length the caller came to the gates of the Dureni, a fellow traveler on sorrow's road, with dark wisdom on his lips.
Behold, the Crimson Keeper. Keep to the oath, seal-bearer. Do not believe her lies. She is not what she seems.
I don't know. Do you think they do this all? Do you think they do all this to imprison a wrong person? Though I will say that they have with the new like two-handed what do you call it? The two traits for two-handers. Bow builds and two-hand builds are probably going to be a lot better now. I'd still have a master bow or a VMA bow if possible for DPS and PvE land. PvE, yeah, PvE. PvP, master bow at least to get a good boost of damage. There's gotta be some place to drop down, right? Here we are. I'm Uli. There's the fall, man.
Don't listen. Her words are poison.
Her heart is twisted. She deserves this fate.
How many really deserve this fate?
All her heart's doors closed and locked. The sister's power grew. Her gold eyes fixed on graves and tombs. The necromancer's muse. At length the eldest did return, flush with arcane might. She found her sisters, undead thralls, and wept long at the sight, knowing death could not contain her sister's newfound power. The eldest and her dear any kin buried me alive, here screaming into the black.
So, she was a necromancer. Rennie decided to trap her. Wait, does this guy have a bong stuck to his crotch? He's got a bong stuck to his crotch. Look at that shit. That's why they were upset. She was like getting freaking high on like sticking bongs at guys' dicks. Or women's vaginas. I don't know which, but either way. When your pot smoking goes a little bit too far, guys. So it's official. I'm attending college and for CCNA and cybersecurity. Nice, Zero. Don't neglect your soft skills, though. You still have to do write-ups and all this other stuff when you do security. That's actually like 99% of your job. Like, doing penetration tests, that's like 2%. Writing up the stuff is like 90% of it. This place is huge. That's why you love Keep Note? Yeah. Lady Aradana? Alright, let's do it with you.
You are no keeper. Don't you see what she has done? I will not let you free her.
Bethesda will be streaming Twitch drops, so tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, just on the channel. Okay, good to know. I saw something for a tormented spirit here. Then nothing. So at least it's pretty disappointed.
You found me. At last. Do you see what they did to me? What they are all still doing? Is a young girl's curiosity worthy of this torment? I only wish to pass on, to be free of this place. Please, help me.
How can I help you?
You see my prison now. This circle of braziers. The Keepers would have you relight these fires to whip me back into silence. But I beg you, take up the Keeper's flame and burn my corpse. Without my body, the Dureni's cruel magics cannot bind me.
What happened if I burn your body?
The Keepers marked my body with runes of restraint before they locked me in the tomb. After I expired, my soul tried to escape. But even now, centuries later, I am tethered to that husk. If you burn away my body, you also burn these runes.
What would we do with that freedom?
Would you ask a caged meadowlark what it would do? It would fly free, feel the sun on its wings, and sing its forgotten songs. It would find the joy that it had long been denied.
And you won't seek revenge, even though everyone's dead anyways?
Revenge upon whom? The elves that locked me away are long dead. Dead and gone. Only their tombs remain. Their tombs and their descendants.
And what will happen here? What really happened here?
It's as I said in my song. My sister and I were inseparable. Different sides of a single coin, my uncle used to say. Eventually, she set out to study with the Magisters on the Isle of Balfiera. I was left here, alone.
And?
I struggled with my craft, falling further and further behind. Eventually, I found a mentor. A black-clad sorcerer who taught me the dark arts. Necromancy. I took to it like a sparrow to the wind. Eventually, my power rivaled that of my sister.
And she returned.
Yes. She found my mentor and I weaving spells over the corpses of our ancestors. She struck my mentor dead with a killing word, then wrapped me in searing chains. My sister wept when our kin rendered the sentence, that I would be buried alive.
And she didn't try to talk him out of it then?
No. She carried out the sentence herself. Her face was the last thing I saw before they closed the lid. The Dureni feared what I would become if they executed me outright. So they constructed this arcane prison, this torture chamber.
How do you feel about your sister now?
She did what she was expected to do. I have nothing more to say.
And what happens if I light the brazier?
I would return to that coffin. I would go back to screaming in silent horror, gazing up at the ancient scratches on the coffin lid where I tore my fingernails to pieces trying to get out.
And you'd stay there that way forever, huh?
Forever. Or until some other kind soul burned my corpse prison. You followed me and listened to my tale. I know you will do what is right.
Uh-huh.
We arrive at the moment of choice. Please, use the Keeper's flame on my remains and set me free.
A lot of Draugr type high elves, but Yeah, let's burn her.
Yes, finally. I feel the chains slipping from my shoulders. My spirit is free. Free to go wherever I wish.
And kill people.
You have done quite a deed. Your kindness will not be forgotten. Or squandered. I'm sure you have many questions. I'm sorry I cannot stay to answer them. I have much to do. So much to do. Farewell.
Yay! Go commit evil. So how many people do you think she's gonna go kill? Back here? Here we go. Kind of unique. This tombstone sitting here in the middle of daisies. Nope, can't go through the light either. Terminating catacombs. I'm gonna hear that all the high elves are killed. Hey, doing, Kins? Let's go down in here. Little.
Ah, you're back. Sorry if I seem surprised. Honestly, I wrote you off as dead the minute you walked through those gates. No offense. Brought something for me, eh? A key with the Durrani seal. What exactly did you find in there?
Lorella's spirit bound in the catacombs. I set it free. That's probably a bad idea.
Look, I don't know how you do things, wherever it is you come from, but here on Summerset, we try not to set evil spirits loose. At least the weather cleared a bit. Here, I'll pay you for that key, and we'll pretend this never happened. Fair?
What was that?
Where is it going?
North, looks like. Out to sea. Towards Barviera.
Strange.
What? I didn't see. Aw.
We do not have to kill him after we rob him. He could have an accident.
What?
What is it?
Got nothing else for you, mate. I'd point you in the direction of some other haunted tomb, but mercifully I don't know any others. I hope to keep it that way.
Making a purchase would be a prudent choice, newcomer. You should prepare yourself before entering the Acropolis.
Yeah, we're already in there. Good chances bow. No, not using that. This fully charged mending. No, I'm not keeping that either. Let's get one more quest in here, guys. Or a splitter archer. Okay. Oh, this is the Acropolis all over again. Okay. I thought this was like a city or a keep over here or something. Let's go this way now. Alright, so we explored that. Did I explore this?
So much to do, so little time.
Don't go too fast. Abysmal geyser over here. I think there's an amphitheater in here. Rennie, Abysmal Fear, okay. Don't feel like doing that right now. Want to go west or do you want to go central? Let's go west. Let's head into the city and see if we can at least complete Riggett's quest. Hope you guys all have enjoyed the show tonight. Again, if you have any questions on ESO, builds, questing, how-to guides, etc., feel free to ask. It does look great. This is, like I was saying earlier.
You know, coral's just weird sack animal bones, right? So this is a bit like a cemetery, I guess. Ugh, you do not want to know what their ghosts look like. Old cheese. I'll leave it at that.
It's gotta be this way somewhere here, right? Ah, here we go. Oh, there's another rift. Heel splitter. These guys aren't doing any damage. I guess I'm just gonna have to handle this on my own. I can't save these guys. Go to tank DPS, exactly. That's a level 15, that's a 42. The 15 is trying. We have 3 people on this. I think I'm doing the most damage. You could probably, yeah, you could probably log in, get here, DPS this thing down faster than these guys would. Kind of wonder if I just stay back here. Dressing room. Yep, dressing room. That was a little closer. Finally. Alright, let's find this last Sujic thing here. It is Zubaka. Alright, so we got the one here. I think the last one's up here. Right? Like right in here? Yeah. Actually, I think we've already done this. Probably just got this one, actually. Yeah, I think we got this one. This is the one we just passed by and got right over there. Better than the slowed one? Oh, God. What's this one again? Oh, yeah, dodge and you get healed. Everyone keeps on saying that's going to be OP, and I just don't see it. Alright, guys, we're going to get some rest here in a minute. Just want to get ourselves to the next area. I do want to go back to that. Go away, Nat. Sea Keep.
That storm's worsening by the second. We're running out of time.
And tomorrow, guys, that's where we're going to start off. Take a look at this.